We'd like to tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was an authorized user on ABC Professional Services Network named Joe. Joe was a director, so he had some access to non-public information, like client lists with full names and personal addresses and even some financial data, but not too much. One day, in fact, it was a day that ends in Y, Joe inadvertently interacted with malware. He didn't even know when it happened. Maybe he opened an email, clicked a link, or visited an infected website. Why didn't Joe notice? Because nothing went wrong. There were no signs, no clues. Joe just continued his day and went home. He had veggie lasagna for dinner. Joe's laptop is one of 75 endpoints on ABC's network. Endpoints are remote computing devices like workstations, desktop computers, laptops, smartphones, tablets, servers, and internet-connected devices like printers and other peripherals. On that fateful day ending in Y, Joe's laptop was compromised by something nasty, but that endpoint infection went undetected. It wasn't that ABC Professional Services AntiVirus was sleeping on the job. That AV was updated with the latest virus signatures. It was patched. It had so-called active detection turned on. It was even managed by a professional, Carl, the IT supervisor. But that AV was outclassed. It was designed to catch butterflies, not speeding bullets. This is where our story turns dark. See, there was a hacker on the other end of that infected laptop. The hacker used Joe's initial oopsie to gain access to the ABC laptop. Then the hacker created an invisible backdoor via remote desktop. ABC's antivirus application, meanwhile, was humming along peacefully. So far, the hacker's activity was 100% undetectable by standard AV tools. As Joe worked through subsequent days and weeks, he didn't know the hacker's reconnaissance was also underway. First, the hacker stole all of the cached usernames and locally saved passwords from Joe's computer. Because Carl had assisted Joe remotely one time, one set of captured credentials belonged to Carl, Joe's buddy. Carl's username and password are admin level, which means he can access every one of ABC's systems and services. It didn't take long. The hacker was able to use cracking programs to break Carl's password encryption and save his username and password outright. The hacker now had admin level and domain creds throughout the organization. Joe, Carl, and the AV were still blissfully unaware. They're just doing their jobs as best as they can. So what will happen next? Stay tuned for this story's horrifying conclusion, brought to you by SynchroNet and a so-called state-of-the-art antivirus program that can't get out of its own way. You're watching Synchro News Online.